Hello and welcome to the Temple of Tomes with your host, Indie Comics Jones. Today is March 13th, 2021, and this is episode 230. We're looking at Nottingham. This is a publication coming out from Mad Cave. It's a #1 issue, and it's a retelling of the Robinhood story. We'll take a quick look at this cover here as we've got this hood and this grotesque mask underneath and also some blood. And this is a pretty bloody issue, I might add. This mask is kind of reminds me of like V for Vendetta and also kind of the Joker look. And the retelling of this Robin Hood is a little bit different than what you might have experienced. It is a recommend. Let's go ahead and take a look at who worked at it. The writer was David Hazan. The artist was Shane Connery Volk, got me there. Luca Romano was the colorist. And it looks like Jeanette Jill was the letterer. And as you can see, this thing just starts right off with just blood and gore as we've got our person here going to 3 different locations. Reads this way, then this way. Taking out tax collectors, and the person doing it is wearing this mask here, so you really don't see what's going on. And here's the 3rd tax collector that gets taken down, all 3 in different locations, and you can see the grotesqueness of it all. And he's got this mantra about let's see how we can read it real quick. England is sick, infected with greed and immortality. We are the cure. We are the merry men. We steal from the rich and give to the poor. Sound familiar? In the name of the King, Richard the Lion-Hearted, and in support of his righteous crusade. Okay, and it goes on and on. But he kind of gives the same spiel throughout, this person that's wearing the mask here, as he takes down one tax collector after another. So the sheriff of Nottingham goes to investigate, and he's putting his own clues together. He seems to be quite a investigative type sort, but he's also kind of ruthless here. And judging from the clues that he picks up, he realizes this is meant to look like an ambush, but only one rider has ridden away. So he realizes it's a staged opportunity there. So they figure out the closest place this guy could have been coming from is this castle over here that's close by. I can't read what it says. Nottingham? I think it says Nottingham. So he goes to investigate after he finds these clues of some red hair in the hand of the person that has died. He talks to Maid Mariam. Also, there's a Robin of Locksley is there. And I'm trying to think who the other guy was. I can't think. Just some young guy right here. He says, some young guy. He wheels him off. So the sheriff is asking Maid Marian about it. And she's actually kind of saucy in here. She's a little bit, maybe she has her own agenda. She's not just the sweet, loving thing that we're used to seeing. And she kind of goes back and forth. She actually grabs the sheriff in the nutsack to get him to back away for a moment. So she gives him a clue, though, just saying that, you know what, I'd look for someone that basically has red hair somewhere else. So what they do is a house-to-house search of everybody here, and we see them questioning all the people that have red hair. So this guy, he says, what's your occupation? He's a thatcher. What's your occupation? He's a plowsman. What's your occupation? Blacksmith, cobbler. And it kind of goes on and on. And in one of the houses, they discover the mask, the gruesome mask here. And so they're about to kill this guy. He's like, I don't know anything about it. Suddenly they hear noises on the roof. And we see a figure dancing around, jumping around, and running off. And the sheriff is able to go up after him. They get in this sword fight up on the rooftops. And just as they bring it together, lightning strikes and throws the redheaded assailant off, and he gets stuck by the sheriff, and then finally knocked out. Sheriff has him strung up now, and they're torturing him, but he won't let on what he knows at all. So they think he's maybe the thief, but they're not sure, and they keep going because they want to find out where the merry men are. That's the other thing. They're trying to figure out where that group is, because they've kind of figured out that this guy's acting on his own. He's not acting on behalf of the merry men. In the meantime, the real Robin Hood comes in. He starts talking to Miriam, and we get this little argument going back and forth. And it kind of sounds like they're not as an ideological love as we kind of think they are. So she finds out that Robin finds out that Will Scarlet has been captured, and that is the person that is being tortured right now. So he dons the mask once again and goes out, breaks into the dungeon area, taking out a few guards. Get this nice pose here. And sees Will Scarlet there, and he just batters him with the club, and that's where it ends. So, quite the attack there. And here's the cover for issue 2, if you're wondering what that's about. But this is a recommend. I mean, it's bloody. The art is very striking, grotesque at times, but the story just moves. And it's got some unexpected twists to the Robin Hood saga that we're used to seeing. So it is a recommend. Now, just going on, they did give us a sampler of another one, this Spec-Star 01. They don't tell us a whole lot about this, except for the clairvoyant rod that is trying to be smuggled away, and there's a robot that has broken into this I don't know, facility, I guess. And so this girl has to escape. This guy's trying to stop the person coming in. It's a robot, and he gets stabbed. Just 3 pages, doesn't really tell you too much. Then we have Dryfoot that came out last month. I didn't see that one there at the store. Stargazer trade paperback, and also Villainous trade paperback. Those are out now, both in April, will be out. And then we get this back cover of one of the panels that we saw inside the book, with Robin Hood standing over one of the guards that he has killed to get to Will Scarlet. So, to recommend, appreciate you stopping by and listening to my review. As always, please like, please subscribe if you haven't, and please leave comments. We'll see you next time at the Temple of Tomes. This is Indie Comics Jones bidding you adieu.